This story will cover from then to now and next, all about change, how to turn losers into winners. This is not what you would normally call a natural history film, though it could turn out to be an extreme form of the nature of humans and their impact on their habitat. In fact, that impact reaches right around the planet and so far supports this place of amazing contrasts and extremes. As a biologist, I will apply the circumstances that enable natural organisms to exist and to continue sustainably. In the case of Dubai, it may not. Famous for a rather different kind of wildlife, today its future may be in doubt, and only time will tell. Around the world are mysterious ruins from civilizations of the past, like Stonehenge in England, where sun worship continues today. Machu Picchu in Peru, another lost city. Easter Island in the Pacific, where they probably exhausted their natural resources. And Detroit, once a thriving car-making city in the US, now a modern ghost city. And Las Vegas, like Dubai, a desert city, apparently with no restraints. But is it sustainable? The same question applies to Dubai. In 1833, the Al Maktoum tribe settled at the mouth of Dubai Creek. Since that time, and driven by the ambitions of the Maktoum sheiks that followed, this community grew to become the amazing modern Dubai. From boat builders who lived in the thatched houses by the creek to a skyline like no other. Now modern tourists can stay in extraordinary seven they say, star hotels and visit displays of the past, including wind towers, the original air conditioners. But Dubai's history has been a roller coaster with some major shocks along the way, and there may be more to come from unsuspected directions. To be joined TBA, to be arranged one day by the Mall of Arabia with 1,000 retail outlets. The Pope, no less, has referred to an idol called money and the throwaway culture for which he disapproves. And of course you can ski here. It's Dubai, where summer temperatures reach the mid-40s outside. To achieve this, a vast amount of energy is needed. Our magic planet would need the resources of several planet Earths to be sustainable, and that includes the food for a growing human population. As the banks were emptied, Dubai's busy roads were even busier. Expatriates especially simply drove for it. Apparently, quoting a visiting actress, I saw an astonishing sight. A load of Ferraris and others had just been dumped at the airport, with the keys still in the ignition. I was told that things were so bad there financially that people leaving the country just dumped their sports cars at the airport for the finance companies to collect. Bye-bye Dubai will be the all-powerful ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed. What he says goes, usually outwards and upwards, whatever the cost. In fact, all the United Arab Emirates are busy expanding, but their priorities vary. But ever since that fierce ambition started at the village, then with the dredging of the creek, Dubai has moved powerfully forward from smuggling to tourism. A tourist zone next to a war zone. Can they mix? Probably not. Dubai now depends on mass tourism, which is always a risky business, especially in the Middle East.
10 years ago, we have experienced a change in the weather, and we didn't know that the bad weather was just coming like it always do. But we ended up studying it, and we now know that it is part of a climate change. The ice is melting, the animal migrations have changed. So we are in a situation of transition. And our fight today is to adapt to new situation. And it's a graying situation, because we just a generation ago adapted to new modern way of life, and now the climate change is coming on top of that. Tomorrow, it'd be too late.
Dubai is famous for its gigantic projects, man-made islands like the Palm, the world, and the only, they say, 7-star hotel in the world, with its own helicopter pad, the Burj Al Arab. But will it become an underwater Palm? Sea level, sun, and dolphins instead of a Ferrari or a family dog. Underwater, the weather is looking cloudy. Fish flee. The coastline below and above has been drastically rearranged. Ports, too, some of the biggest in the world, receive endless supplies to sustain Dubai. New land, new buildings, new cars, new everything. As David Attenborough has said, a growing population of people consuming even more resources is placing increasing pressure on our planet, driving climate change, pollution, habitat loss and biodiversity declines. We are losing species 1,000 times faster than the natural rate, and we are currently experiencing the greatest extinction crisis since dinosaurs disappeared from our planet 65 million years ago. Never before has one species had such dramatic effect on Earth's natural environment. From pole to pole, and from deepest sea to highest mountain, mankind is making its mark. In short, our natural world is under threat as never before. And so what of the future for Dubai? Not exactly a happy new year, 2016, with a towering inferno alongside the extravagant firework display. According to one newspaper, experts say many of Dubai's towers are a major blaze risk. As many as 70% are said to have cladding made of a combustible thermoplastic core surrounded by aluminium, which spreads fire rapidly when ignited and is probably built by imported so-called slave labour from Asia. Fire, flooding, consumption and financial collapse, overheating. What next?
Dubai is full of these giant buildings which are put up, more or less by the hour.
There's a lot of them.
Like Machu Picchu, Easter Island, and Stonehenge, will future archaeologists ask what went so terribly wrong and why? We'll show you, if indeed, as some say, Dubai is doomed.